Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your Battle for Olympus finals. Cognitive Gaming fought through their bracket. This is the first time we're going to see them and Team Dignitas. Well, we just saw them take care of Snipe. They're going to be the opponent with the second pick. Bans are out. Osiris and Cirquet for the left side. And the right side, going to go with Thor and Jean Kui.
Yeah, so lots of powerful characters banned out. Raw first pick once again. Because Cog thinks that Dig isn't going to take Geb Athena, and they don't care which one they get. Well, I mean, Lasses has been known to do Athena jungle. It's a possibility, but no. Geb Nemesis. Lasses really likes that character.
I mean, the slash line pretty much spoke for itself, Kret. Nemesis went absolutely incredible. We didn't really speak about him during the last, the post-game analysis, but Laz has made a lot of impact with that choice. Cognitive's going to pick up Giannis, one of the better, more impactful mages, and Mercury. We talked before about how Geb Nemesis was a curious choice to go with the 1-2 combo because Mercury's just incredible strength. And they're going to lose Mercury again to Cognitive this time around. We'll see how it works out. Loki, that's a Shing pick if it goes through, Kret. And that is a scary, scary pick.
I mean, honestly, what's so interesting about this Dignitas lineup is it's also North America's Loki player consolidated, right? Like, the scary Lokis in NA, you obviously go to Lasses and Shing. I personally believe Fusion is definitely very strong as well. But Lasses and Shing, 1 and 2. You can debate about the order. And now they're both on the same team. Like, you just don't want to give Loki to them. So it's going to be very interesting. They know they're up against a Raw solo. It's going to be you won't subbing in for Omegatron. This Mercury actually 100% could go ADC. Barracuda has been playing it in this tournament so far today. Apollo banned away. And if they're taking Apollo off the board, that says to me that they think either Zapman's going to pick it right now and they want to pick another ADC. It's going to be Uller going through, or they actually have already picked their AD carry.
I think they definitely already have. Barracuda can... Honestly, Barracuda is one of the more wide-range hunters in Smite. We associate Barracuda with Apollo, but Barracuda started the charge with virtually every single hunter that came into Flavor of the Month. AMC was his. He's going to go ahead and pick Artemis. Recently nerfed a little bit, but the Suppress the Insolent nerf doesn't really affect Barracuda's game as much. He can poke with just the basics, and we'll see what MLC picks. He's going to pick up Bacchus for Jeff Hindla. Jeff Hindla, one of the better Bacchus players in North America, always has played him, even throughout the Warrior meta. We're going to see his how well he can do this time around with Bacchus.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's definitely a Jeff pick. He's been playing it since the beginning of time.
That is Jeff's character.
Yeah, that's actually Jeff. If you meet him in real life, he's basically Bacchus. Really jolly, jovial, friendly guy. Cupid. Probably not the pick. It's going to be Scylla for the mid lane for Gnaw. I think he has a Diamond Scylla. Well, we'll see. But either way, it's definitely a different playstyle coming out from Gnaw. We were just talking off the air how it's definitely early to call a playstyle, but Gnaw played an outstanding Isis, and we know he can play Vulcan as well at a very high level, which sort of lends me to believe he has this sort of aggressive defense sort of style where he goes in and he's like, all right, we're defending this position with my circle protection, with my turret, with my meatball, and you can't stop me. Scylla doesn't do that. Scylla is like, please defend me while I kill everybody, maybe. And, I mean, we saw Best do just that. Now we're going to see if Team Dignitas can have a repeat performance, or can Cognitive Gaming turn up. And, actually, Jeff is not going for Diamond Bacchus. Interesting. Prefers the Legendary skin.
Very true. Zapman's going to be playing that Uller. Really rewards his mechanics and his aggressive playstyle. Zapman's famous quote is level 2, jump in, and that's exactly what Uller can do with the Axe, Hail of Arrow, Bladed Arrow combo. We'll see how he does it in just a couple of minutes, or if Cognitive Gaming can outdo them with their substitute you won't in the solo lane. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Greetings, folks, and welcome to Game 1 of your Battle for Olympus Finals right here on twitch.tv/SmiteGame. Cognitive Gaming versus Team Dignitas. Cognitive playing with one substitute, but that pales in comparison to the virtually brand new lineup that Team Dignitas is bringing to the forefront. Gnaw, brand new middle laner. Shing, brand new solo laner. And Dare to Care, brand new support. But still the same core with Zapman and Lazes. We'll see what both of these teams can bring out. These are our two perennial North American teams, Cred. What do you expect from this matchup today?
Honestly, I'm not sure anyone knows what to expect from Dignitas yet. It's going to be a very different playstyle coming out of Gnaw. We'll see what he can do as the Scylla. One thing I want to mention is two different mid laner starts coming out here. Stealth is going to be going for the Lost Artifact start. Now, usually the cost is you get some MP5, which is great. You lose 5 magic power, and you have 1 potion left, as opposed to a tiny trinket start. So it's a little bit weaker, but you can build into Doom Orb, you can build into Chronos Pendant, and Chronos Pendant is very, very good for Yanis, especially once they lowered the cooldown on his portal to just 12 seconds. Gnaw, on the other hand, going for the Soul Reliquary start, where you get 30 magic power, which is a ton and will definitely help the early clear, but you have to rely on Vampiric Shroud for your sustain, which is 30 mana and plus the MP5. So it's actually more than that because every wave every 30 seconds, plus the 60 health per wave to stay in lane. We'll see what happens there. I think it's going to be a really interesting matchup here, Gnaw versus Stealth. I think this is the real proving point.
I agree with that as well. Gnaw, the fresh mid laner against MLC Stealth, one of the proven, and also a storyline to take a look at as we see it invade the blue buff. Not a lot of damage just yet. They kind of just switched it, let blue team take away their own blue buff. Didn't want to give them too much as they are 2 assassins right there. And a good special delivery probably could have ended things for them.
Oh, Shing is in a lot of trouble. He already has decoy, and so that means no invisibility. Get out of harm's way. Last is absorbing an auto attack just in case. You won't is starting this lane off right. And you know, one of the classic strategies when you're playing with a sub, get your sub ahead, and that way you don't have to rely on them to just do well as much on their own. And that said, Yuwon't is a very skilled player. The original mid for the team that that finally became Cognitive. Originally, they were Vicious and Delicious.
Vicious and Delicious, for sure. The team that brought Barracuda out of Nowheresville into the main line, and right now Zapman definitely suffering a little bit, but Barra as well. Both of these lanes, Cred, extremely aggressive, and one of the storylines here is Dare to Care is playing against his replacement. Dare to Care was replaced by Jeff Hinla for Cognitive Gaming, so there might be a little bit of anger there.
Well, maybe. We'll see what happens. Zapman not going to get stunned out by that Belcher Gods because no, Jeff's not tipsy enough. Barracuda does find a little bit of damage. The mid laners, or the junglers, are rotating around. Anister picking up red with his mid laner. Probably going to give blue to Yuwon't sometime soon. Really staying this right-hand side of the map. Or maybe he's going to let Yuwon't clear it on himself. We'll see. Lassus rotating around as well. Will be in the left jungle. And so that could make things difficult for the Cognitive duo lane. Barracuda gets jumped on. And Barracuda's getting very low. Dare to Care finds the auto attack. Finds the kill. It wasn't level 2. It was level 4. But the plan was the same.
And that is a support killing his former carry. There's a little bit of romanticism there. The writer in me wants to say Zapman gave the kill to Dare to Care, especially for first blood, right underneath 2.5 minutes. That's going to be a good start for the support. There's the Sonic Boom from the back line, followed into the special delivery. Zapman does have that jump available, so he's going to get out, along with a good rollout from Dare to Care. That's an ult for nothing. Nothing really gained from that gank by Ananster. They're going to push them, not even out of lane. Zapman will opt to stay.
Oh, of course he will. I mean, Zapman will always opt to stay if given even the slightest possibility. That said, it's really unfortunate for Ananster, very fortunate for Zapman. Hold that thought. Nice stone shield interrupt on Jeff Hinla. Made you look. Not going to find the kill. Worth a shot, but Dare to Care with a great reaction time. Now Ananster could be in trouble. We'll be able to dash away before he gets stuck by the Sikkim. What I was going to say is that a trap was actually on the ground. Barracuda is in a trap of his own. He's probably going to die here. Jeff Hinla coming in with a peel. That's going to be a nice ultimate coming in from Stealth. Hits Zapman in the face. Cog, can they find the kill? Zap's going to go down. I'm Monster from Gnaw. Jeff's going to stay alive. Dare falls as well. Jeff will die. Now, Nah in trouble.
Not trying to get out. He gets to stick him onto one, but a good slap from MLC Stealth is going to go ahead and net him a double kill after that Zapman takedown from the Janus ult. So good plays overall coming out from Cognitive Gaming, and immediately the stuff after the stuff, they're going to go for a 3-minute Gold Fury cret with a raw heal with some help tanking. This is going to go down very early in a 4-minute Gold Fury, rather, and Cognitive Gaming has cemented the fact that they want a lead, 2,000 gold already.
Yeah, 2,000 gold generally not considered to be a huge lead, but you have to make a consideration for what point in the game it is. 4 minutes in, 2,000 gold means an absolutely monumental amount, and this lead can get very much bigger very, very quickly. So Cognitive really showing their stuff, and a big part of it is, yeah, Barracuda got caught out. He didn't die quite as fast as he was supposed to, which was the big failing from Dignitas, and then the rotations came in. Jeff showed up right at the perfect time. Global in from Stealth, Aninster rotated back in, and you won't made the long walk over. Was able to help his team get the Gold Fury. Everything came out of the Cognitive Gaming rotations.
I mean, Barracuda, what happened there is Dignitas is really just punishing Barracuda's hunter choice. Artemis has no real legitimate escape outside of Tusky and actives. And right now, Barracuda has none. Just that Devo gloves waiting to be stacked up. So they're just punishing that. But a good rotation, as you said, from Cog really punished their bait. Shing's backing onto the tower as he's taken a lot of poke. It's about 10% HP. Yuwon't is really flexing his muscles right here. Level 8 compared to Shing. Still level 8, but kind of running the lane as far as clear is concerned. Shing noticed that and has instead picked up Teleport.
Yeah, gonna be using Teleport to try and keep his tower alive and maybe help with the rotation, sort of a counter global to deal with Yanis. We'll see what happens with that. There are definitely a lot of powerful utility spells that you can't mimic with actives. The global rotation, not quite of Yanis, but of some other global characters, can be mimicked with that teleport. So we'll see what Shing can do. And teleporting into a fight and assassinating someone could be very powerful. Jump in onto Barracuda. He's going to be in trouble, but can he turn it around? No, Tusky is down. It's all up to Jeff and the Intoxicate. That trap. Yeah, it looks like Barracuda is going to be just fine, but Nah now rotating in. It's going to be Stealth ulting through. Trapped out by the Sikkim. Now Nah's in trouble. We'll use that I'm a Monster reposition. Stealth portals himself to use it as an Aegis, but now he's in trouble. Ultimate. Divine Judgment. No, Lassus is the one who should be judged. Shing coming in. He wants Stealth. He's going to assassinate. Finds the kill.
Dignitas just way too spread out right here, Cred. That's really, it allowed them to get picked off one by one. MLC Stealth did go down, so that's a kill for them, and Yuwon't picks up Lazarus as he finds his way into this fight. Finally, Zapman in the long end, Shing in the front line. They're still extending this fight. Good Celestial Beam, and a Major Look is going to secure that kill for Andy. So that's going to be another 4-man rotation coming out. You said it before about the last fight, Cret, and the point remains intact. The rotations are what are doing things for Cognitive Gaming.
Yeah, definitely. That said, Shing did rotate in and find a kill for his team. So rotations are doing everything for everybody. But it just didn't end in Cognitive's favor at all. It's still sitting pretty similar. The experience has gone up by about 1,000 gold, maybe 600 more in favor of Cognitive, but they need more objectives if they want to really take control of this game, and I think they should look to do so. The other thing I want to mention is a lot of pressure is coming out onto Barracuda, but the nature of Artemis, right? You mentioned it, she doesn't have an escape. But when you can turn and fight, when you can hold your ground, Artemis becomes suddenly incredible. The middle lane, Mercury, looking for something, not going to find it.
Teams looking for farm. MLC Stealth clearing his wave rather quickly. Laz is here to play a little bit of defense as he realizes that an entire wave of minions is going to be pushed up onto the tower. Laz is going to make sure he can save some gold. MLC Stealth going to try and punish him, but with the missing of that portal, nothing really is going to come from it. Shing, on the other hand, eager to get some tower damage down, is pressing this right-hand tower because his tower already less than 50%. Left side. Is that man trying to fight? Nothing to be found.
Now, I do want to mention the way Nah is building. There's... Oh, hold on to the middle lane. Anister's going to ult through Divine Judgment onto him. I'm a monster. Anister taken down. Last is very low. A monster used to just... I think it killed a melee minion. But... So, people have this conception about Book of Thoth that's actually wrong. They believe that the stacks are worth more than they actually are. It just... Like, from your gut, how much magic power do you think the stacks are worth?
40?
It's 22. 22 magic power over 75 stacks.
Yeah.
When you're rushing Book of Thoth, it does give you a stronger mid game. You start stacking up earlier, and rushing Warlock Sash is definitely good. But for Book of Thoth, it's not. In my opinion, it's not as big of an advantage as the disadvantage of not having boots. We have seen Na get punished for his rotations, or rather inability to rotate, in comparison to MLC Stealth on the best rotating character in the game, in the middle lane anyway. So that's been a big factor in that, you know, we talk about the cog rotations. We might see them again. Zapman in trouble. He is immune to knockups here. But Intoxicate comes through.
Intoxicate, a lot of damage coming out. Giannis is going to join this party soon enough. And there he is. Portal's going to miss, but it doesn't matter. Anister takes down Dare to Care. No sweat, no problem. Zapman going to be forced to back. The Gold Fury's up, but 3 members of Red Team are shading over. So Cog instead is going to settle for the blue buff, deny Zapman that blue buff. You deny the blue buff, you deny the mana regeneration, you deny the overexertion. You're going to look for something in the middle lane as well. Special delivery on Gnaw. He's going to Sentinel out, but now they've got Lazes. Good ultimate onto Andy. He's going to turn and fight, especially with that shield. Gnaw's just missed. Good sonic boom from Anister. Had to anticipate that that was going to come from over the wall.
Na actually was able to connect there. It just didn't quite find the kill. Very, very close. Stealth, portal through. That goes, so portals are incredible. In the middle lane, Yuwon is holding his ground. 3 members going towards the Gold Fury. Dare to Care's on his way back in. Dig have a really good opportunity here. Lassus is trying to force out Tusky. Yuwon's here to contest, and the Gold Fury probably going to be reset. Tusky hits the ground. Jeff jumps in, and now Lassus is in trouble. Snipe comes through. Shing, low on mana, gets some nice damage onto Jeff, critting for 100 actually. And now that's Jeff Hinla taken down. Anister coming back in. Yuwon in the mix, not a lot of trouble. Taken down by an auto attack from Anister. Special delivery didn't connect. I don't think he would have wanted it to. Now Lassus also in trouble. Barracuda dueling out Zapman. It's not about the kill. It's about the fact that Zapman will die. And he finds the triple. And the Gold Fury. Big for Cog.
This is an automatic Gold Fury. 2 members of Team Dignitas are coming down the middle lane. Dare to Care won't make it here anywhere in time. Just basically reaches his first tier tower when the Gold Fury goes ahead and dies. MLC Stealth gets out of dodge with a good portal. But 11.5 minutes in, folks, 5,300 gold difference, and the experience 7,000. So Cognitive Gaming doing very well this time around, and Shing really hasn't left that solo lane, Krat. You know, he's level 12. You take a look at Yuwon over there, and he's level 14, so he's trailing by 2 levels. Doesn't have his tower down, and because of that, hasn't been able to make an impact anywhere in this match.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Shing show up at, like, 1 or 2 fights, and somehow he's always out of mana when he shows up, too. So he's able to get a net auto attack off, and sure, it does good damage, but now it's going to be invade onto red. The presence from Cognitive Gaming on this map is unreal. A big part of that is Yanis able to rotate out of that mid lane to anywhere. Sonic Boom comes through. Not going to find the hit. Anister stuck with a Sikkim. Will get crushed, taking a nice chunk of damage. Unfortunate body block from Stealth there. Just a rarely seen misstep. I don't want to even say mistake because it's not significant enough to be a mistake. It's just a misstep. Like, Stealth accidentally blocked Andy into 400 damage, but he's in no threat of dying, right? You're just like, well, I'm glad that happened at a time that completely did not matter, right?
Yuwon continuing to run this solo lane, just continuously on Shing's tower. Like I said, yes, there is a Giannis in the game, so you want to be able to match that rotate. Shing purchased teleport so he wouldn't lose his tower in 7 minutes to Yuwon, because he continuously has the wave of minions on his front door.
Yeah, it's a difficult matchup.
And he still might lose it right here.
Well, he did delay the loss at least, but yeah, at 13 minutes, that solo lane tower, first tower of the game, will go down. You won't. Sub-solo laner. Doing very, very well this game. Xing is having a bit of a tough time farming in the mid lane. Stealth's really controlling this lane with poke, and he's doing a nice job of dancing in and out of damage and control. Stealth's early priority in rotations has been huge. Xing in the right lane could be in a little bit of trouble. Does still have his ultimate, but he's going to get caught in the special delivery. Lots of damage coming out. But now turnaround potential. Stealth's going to come in, finds the shotgun, doesn't quite get the kill. Needed one more auto. Sonic Boom coming through, will not connect. Lasses dashes out, but a nice portal from Stealth to reposition from his ultimate. Now special delivery into the burst. Absolutely destroyed. Great follow-up from Dare to Care, though. That's one. Not going to be two. Nah does not read the portal.
Now Jeff Hindless stuck all by himself. His job is to waste as much time as possible because he's undoubtedly going to go down. Zapman picks him off after not too long of a delay. And we just see a disbursement. That did a little bit for Team Dignitas to tip the scales in their favor. They brought the lead to about 5,400, and Barracuda getting aggressive on this blue buff. Gonna go ahead and get ulted is Xing. Pig gonna block him out, and Barracuda might be good.
He might be okay. Yeah, Zapman used beats to avoid the boar, but in running around Tusky, he was actually sort of pulled into the trap. It didn't even look like he stepped on it. It's just one of those Trap of Destiny moments. Now Andy's going to special delivery in. Could be in trouble. Xing doesn't find the auto attack. Tries to get the decoy block. Doesn't get that either. And unfortunately, we'll just have to back off here. Stealth is at half health. He's going to be careful. No Gold Fury spawning just yet. Dig is still in this match. But at 15 minutes, down 5,500 gold and 7,000 experience, they're having a tough time.
Definitely an uphill battle for one of these teams, that's for sure. Both these teams are very evenly matched, though. Something I want to highlight is we see the solo lane, the only lane that's really been objectively won here. You won't. He's a substitute. We're used to seeing Omegatron in that role. Right now in the solo lane, there's some damage, too. Laz is just annihilated. Final hit coming from that Giannis all the way from the middle lane. Yeah. And Xing gonna suffer the same consequence. Anister gets final hit on that. That's gonna go ahead and be Andy's 8th kill of the match. And with that death, Cognitive is gonna look to start the Fire Giant. Looked like they wanted to fake and pick up Dare to Care and then go for the real thing. But a good blink out from Dare to Care is gonna stop that.
Oh, Nas in a lot of trouble. Taken down by a big hit from Anister. I'm just still reeling from that kill onto Lasses. That is Stealth loading his dice. He fired his ult in a path that was likely to do something useful, and then it's sheer bad luck that Lasses dashed into it. I mean, that just doesn't happen. Dare to Care will get stunned out by Tusky. Perfect timing from that board. Now Dare's in a lot of trouble. Will get taken down in the lava. Stealth with the combo on a Zapman. I think actually a little bit early, but it doesn't matter. Anister's going to confirm that kill. Fire Giant getting taken down lower and lower. Will fall. Xing's in the mix.
Might pick up a kill, but he's going to give himself up before he can even claim one. Xing's going to go down. That's going to be Xing's 3rd unfortunate death of the entire contest thus far. And, you know, this just goes to show Cognitive Gaming is the team. They haven't gone through any matchup changes. You won't is a substitute, but has been a substitute for as long as I can remember Cognitive being a team. Not quite sure if he was around during the Vicious and Delicious days.
He was their mid. He was
their middle lane. So You Won't has been around this team for a long time, is committed to being a member, whether that means bench or not, and is definitely here to fill the shoes of Omega when needed. And he does so spectacularly. Whereas Dignitas going through some roster changes, you can see the chemistry.
They can. Nah, in a bit of a tough spot. Nice placement from Stealth, but forces not in a different location. That's going to be a Sonic Boom, providing an angle for special delivery, but not getting the kill. Dare to Care going to roll out to safety. Jeff finds the belly flop, but CC immune, no knock up. The result is this red buff, and this is a very important pickup. You Won't is going to grab that and hold that thought in the middle lane. All right, yeah, You Won't. Now sitting at 300 magic power. 20% of your magic power when you have that Fire Giant buff is actually incredibly substantial. Gold Fury goes down to Cog. Dig returns on that mid lane tower, 500 to 1500. It's the best they can do, but it's not that big of a trade.
Your right tower is under attack.
Giannis looking for the red buff, just looking for positioning instead. Here's 3 members of Team Dignitas right here to try and turn things around. MLC Stealth is here with the rest of the team. Dare to Care stuns out half, but the wrong half. Satman's following up. Laz is going to be in the back line, try and find his escape. While Andy picks up the tank, you won't pick up Laz's. Sniper's going to hit nobody. Still a big team fight. It's about 4-on-3 at the moment. Gnaw takes down Stealth, and Shing's going to fall to the wayside as well. 2 members left in the red trunks. Zapman's running for his life while Gnaw's just trying to distract Andinster. Cognitive knows better than to chase kills. They're going to meet up in the middle lane and discuss an objective.
Yeah, oh, big crit coming out from Mercury. That's the power of the Deathbringer Merc. Now,
Yup.
Rage versus Deathbringer, right? Rage is statistically higher damage, just over time. But when Deathbringer crits, it crits hard, and Mercury is a character with literally 4 steroids. His first auto attack hits hard, he gets damage from movement speed, he auto attacks super fast as an activated steroid, and he gets movement speed, which turns into damage, so I'm counting that as a steroid too. So, you hit very, very hard when you do crit with that Deathbringer. Lass is in a lot of trouble. Andy can't find the hit. The sniper will not connect onto Lass. It will find Dare to Care. Respawning is Stealth. But it's not going to be the Phoenix from Cognitive. Instead, they're just going to clear out the jungle, and they're looking to take this gold lead to an absolute extreme 1,300 at 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, I just took a look at the power on Ra. You won't only has 240 power. And that ultimate did a large chunk of Dare to Care's life bar. It's not stats, folks. You won't is level 20, and Dare to Care is only level 12. Usually you compare support to support, and he's still 2 levels behind Jeff Hinla. So, you know, this keep down that Cognitive has been doing has proven to be very strong, and Dignitas is definitely suffering because of it.
Definitely. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens in the continuation of this game. Dare to Care needs to blink, sees Andinster coming around, is like, no, 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 no. Actually, he's going to need to go into his rollout soon, too, if he wants to stay alive. That special delivery just barely misses, and now Lass is coming in. Andy's in a lot of trouble. Does not have his ultimate available. Beads able to get him out, though. Shang makes noise, spotted out, can't come in. Jeff Hinla rotating through the jungle. He doesn't care. Jeff, at this point, and he's only level 14, but with the shell and with the items that he has, he can honestly just take fights with anybody and probably come out on top.
Yeah, without a doubt. That was a 1,000 crit coming out from Mercury, casually on those
solid. You know, it's how you do.
Cognitive looking for something. They know the Fire Giant is spawning soon, folks. What does this mean in the long run? What this means is Dignitas needs to get what they can right now back and come as fat as possible to take the inevitable fight over this Fire Giant. And Cognitive wants to push them out of position. And instead of kind of getting out of position himself, he's going to get yoinked back, and Dare to Care is going to pick him up. That's an unfortunate death for Cognitive Gaming. Now they have to fight 4-on-5 if they want to take this. Gnaw getting very low thanks to a suppress the insulin. Where's the nerf on that? And Jeff Hinla takes the kill with the Intoxicate. Good stun onto Lazarus. He's going to get out of there with the double dash. And Dare to Care is down. And we take a look at Team Dignitas. They only have a single hog 3. They're going to chase the kill on his Zapman. They're going to get him down with the help of You Won't. All 5 members are here. And Cognitive Gaming, as soon as the Fire Giant spawns, are just going to walk to it, Kret, and take it for free.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get this one. I don't really see Shing or Lassus finding any form of counterplay here. Shing's going to push, and this is what he should do. I mean, the way you build Loki is raw damage and raw penetration, so you're probably the best tower killer in terms of time to kill towers. Maybe late game Chronos is a little bit better just because of some stat wizardry with how the character functions, but Shing is doing the right thing here. It's basically the only thing he's done all match. He hasn't really been a huge factor.
Yeah. He's been a non-factor in this game, unfortunately. He goes ahead and picks up tier 2 tower. That's going to be a decent amount of gold, but not really enough to clean things up. Lead now is 12,677 gold. Experience is above 20,000, and on top of all that, you have the Fire Giant, which adds basically half of an item plus sustain. It's extreme damage, and Cognitive Gaming really has to make a mistake at this point for Dignitas to really get anything out of this. And right now, Sonic Boom charged up. Lazes is just gone. Out for 40 seconds, Cretin. 5-on-4 this time for Cog.
And the only thing that kills tower, or one of the only things that kills towers faster than Loki, is going to be Titan's Bane Mercury. But a nice engage from Dare to Care. Shell comes out. Perfect timing from Jeff Hinla. And Cognitive just splits. Then they'll come back in and look for kills. Snipe comes through. It's not going to connect. Shing stunned out by Tusky. Forced to use his beads through space and time. Barracuda finds the kill regardless of the ultimate not connecting. Zapman very low. Amster picks up one. Barra gets the other. And now it's just Dare to Care alive. Surrender vote has come out. Dig are going to look to recover in game 2, but Cognitive was very dominant.
Cognitive looked very, very tight. A lot of interesting decisions coming out from Team Dignitas. Just a lot of wrong place, wrong time stuff for Dignitas. And in the next game, I really think we're going to have to look for more out of Shing. That solo lane just had virtually no impact in the game, whereas You Won't took the tower 12 minutes into the game and rotated. Was so far ahead that he was able to build basically full defensive and still had a gigantic impact on the game. Kills, 28-9. Kills don't always dictate the score, but they certainly tell a story.
They definitely do. The other thing I want to touch on is just how You Won't played on Raw second top damage. I mean, Mercury's top damage, because he's 14-2 and 9 and in stir. Oh my god. Wow. Andy played really well this game. He was able to get a lot of kills, but You Won't also played incredibly. And this was a Raw worthy of that first pick, honestly. I mean, also putting out 8,400 healing. You Won't really showed us how you should play when you pick that Raw. We're going to go on to game 2 in just a few moments, guys, so stay tuned for the continuation of your SmiteCentral battle for Olympus.